I will show you some console commands. First, open the console. I don't know what the key is called, but in the upper left corner of the keyboard. Like this. A useful command is to change between countries. To do this, you use the tag command. Type tag space, then the country tag of the country you want to change to. For example, now we're Germany. Their country tag is year, but nothing will happen since we're already Germany. So we can change to the Soviet Union. Sov, like that. As you can see, I can see the units, but their map has not updated yet, so it's still dark. But if you let the time go, after a couple of days, it will turn bright, and you should be seeing it normally. If we go back to Germany, another useful console command is debug FOV, which removes the fog of war, the thing that makes you not being able to see other countries than your own. Type that in. It will not change immediately. So, if you start the time, or if you already have the time going, you should start seeing other countries' units, and soon after the map. So if you start the time and speed up, you start to see their units and also the map. This makes you able to see all other countries, their map and their units. This is useful to use in time lapses to be able to see other countries. Also, if you want to cheat in a regular game. Another thing you can do with console command is to get resources. As an example, money. Type money space and the amount you want. For example, let's take 1,000, and you got an additional 1,000 money. This also works with the other resources. as metal, energy, rare materials, crude oil, supplies, fuel, and also officers. If you want to add officers, you type add officers and then the amount you want. As an example, let's take 1000 again, like that. There may also be console commands for diplomatic points and spies, but I can't recall them. Another useful command is removing neutrality, since you can't declare war on anyone you want if the neutrality is too high. So, if you type no neutrality, it removes your neutrality and reduces it to 0, allowing you to declare war on anyone. As an example, let's declare war on France. Other useful war-related commands are conquer all, which occupies all the provinces of the target country, France in this case. So once you entered it, all of France's provinces will be occupied by Germany or any other country you are playing, the country you are. Once you start the time, or if you already have the time running, provinces in which enemy units are located in will be immediately retaken by them. So if the enemy guards their victory point provinces with units, they will immediately retake them, possibly preventing you from immediately winning. But if you try now with France, let's see what happens. We have occupied all of France's provinces, as you can see. Then, if we start the time, we will see if we manage to conquer them or if they manage to retake the victory point provinces, which is very possible that they will do. In this case, they didn't. But be aware that it's fully possible for them to immediately retake the victory point provinces and not immediately lose to you if you use this command. As an example, the Soviet Union, in which is if you are in a full war with them, they will tend to guard their victory point provinces with units. And if you use this command on them, you will create a huge mess for the Soviets and possibly distract them a lot. But you will not immediately win, since their victory provinces will immediately be retaken by their units. There's another command for this which means you will immediately win. For an example, let's declare war on Poland. Then let's type surrender. Then Poland, which is the target country, which is going to surrender. Then put the country, Germany in this case, which they are going to surrender to. So this means that once I enter this command, Poland will surrender to Germany, and this will be the result. They will immediately surrender and be annexed by Germany, or whatever country you're playing. So instead of risking it possibly not working and just creating a mess, if it's a mess you want to create, then conquer all is a good option. Then you can see the AI or your enemy trying to retake every single province in the countryside they have. That can be fun. But if you only want to immediately take over and win over a country and even annex it, you use the surrender command. Surrender the country you want to surrender and the country you want it to surrender to. So in this case Poland surrendered to Germany, which meant we annexed it. So that's the half the war won, and we have not fired a single shot yet. That's impressive. Now, before we leave, there's one more command that might be useful depending on what you're aiming to do. It will probably not be useful to many players, but just so you know it, it's the TDBG command, which will display the province number, the number of a province, in the tooltip. As you can see in the tooltip right now, you can see the country tag and the province number. This can be useful. For an example in what you can use these numbers for, if you go to Czechoslovakia and take we go to the Netherlands and Amsterdam. So if we hover over with the mouse, we see its country tag is Hol for Holland, and its province number is 1910. So what we can do is to type change controller, then the province number, the country tag you want to change the province, Germany, us in this case, then the province number. Which put Amsterdam under German occupation, under German control. We do not own it, neither do we have a core, but we are currently occupying it. Which, once I start the time, won't matter, since we are not at war. We will not keep the occupation, but it will immediately return, as you will see, to the Netherlands. There. That's not very useful. So it can be useful if you're at war with them, but if you're not, you will not keep it. So that's why there's another command, the change owner command, which changes the ownership of the province to you or any other country you type, which will make the province, even in peace, be owned by you. It will not be occupation, but ownership. So if we take the Amsterdam province and change it to be owned by us, this will happen. It will now be a German province occupied by the Netherlands, but the same thing should happen here. Since we are not at war, their occupation will end and we will regain it. So it will be fully owned and controlled by us. Like that. Now the Dutch no longer has capital and they have to evacuate. I call that a success. Now, that's it. That's a couple of possibly useful commands. Fun. I hope you have a good use of them. Good luck.